Om Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Shakshurmitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Vistam Stapitan Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Supadantikam Andeyam Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamanam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupa Sagrajata Sadhana Sajivam Sadhuitam Savadotam Varijanazitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sadhana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamsha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakapatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes, po.
Yeah, because the network is slow, so most of your pictures are frozen. So unless you reply to whatever I say, I will not know whether you are hearing me. So let's continue from where we stopped Monday. So can someone quickly summarize his or her notes so that we continue from there? Who wants to do that quickly? Can somebody hear me?
We can hear you, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, please, can you summarize your notes? I want somebody to tell us what we've done on Monday. Then we'll continue from there. Who is doing that?
Okay, Prabhu, I'll try to summarize.
Yes, please go ahead.
Balancing mean putting Krishna in everything. And from Bhagavad Gita 6.41, we learned if someone is born in riches and religious family, it means they have done pious activities in their previous birth. After enjoying on heavenly planets, they just take human form in this life. Earth is called Karma Bhumi, the place to perform activities. So if we perform good activities, we go to heavenly planets and enjoy there and come back here. If we perform impious activities, so we will be going to the hell and suffer there and come back to the earth. But the difference is they take the form of animal, like an animal species, and later on they get transformed into the birth of human. To take birth in pure good devotee family, it is very rare. We should always refer to our guru respectfully. The air, we have taken some examples like how the foundation of the house, pillar, the foundation gives a base for a house to like stand and have a good, what do you call, a good building can be raised on it. So at the same time, the fire in our stomach for the digestion. So we need to check, like see Krishna in everything. The air we breathe, the smell we see from the we get through the fragrance from the flowers. We need to find Krishna everywhere. So we need to get that realization. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Someone want to add to whatever she has said?
I'll add something, Prabhu.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, you also mentioned during the class about the story of how the story of the guru of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. And you also told that how he was like not actually like a normal ever since childbirth, because it was like during the Sri Ratha Yatra festival. So Lord Jagannath stopped in the front of the house of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and then the people cannot move Lord Jagannath, no matter how much they pull his cart, and he doesn't want to move. So when Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur came out and brought Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati onto the feet of Lord Jagannath, then the garland fell. So it's like it signifies how special Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is. And also you also mentioned with regards to, like, you quoted the verse 9.2, verse 9.2. Actually, you just quoted the last part, the susukam kartum avyayam, and it is everlasting and it is joyfully performed. And basically that is part of my notes. The rest was told by Mother Tripura.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. So like you rightly said, and Mother Tripura already said also, to take birth in a pure Vaishnava family is very rare. All the children of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they were all pure devotees, because Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself was a pure devotee. And I think he had certain children, and all his children, that was the number of time he had union with his wife to show how pure he is. And all of them, they were all great Vaishnavas. So to take birth in such person's house is very, very rare. It's very rare to take birth in the house of such great devotee. That's what Krishna was saying in that particular verse. And thank you for reminding us. Now my computer is back. We can read some codes and share some other things from my... Okay, so let's continue. Actually, I'm thinking when we finish this chapter 6, how many of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was thinking maybe we should give, I think maybe we'll continue to chapter 6, chapter 7. I want to give each verse to an individual. So we are going to summarize, like somebody is going to summarize chapter 1, somebody is going to summarize chapter 2, somebody is going to summarize chapter 3, somebody is going to summarize chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, up to 7. So I'm thinking like that. But well, no, we are going to do it after the end of chapter 6, actually. I'm going to divide chapter 2 into 2. I will give one half to somebody and half to somebody. So in that way, the 7 of us who are here be able to flow. And I want the summary to flow. Means you are going to summarize chapter 1. In chapter 1, this is what happened. It's titled Observing the Harmony, and this is what happened in the beginning. It's like this, like that, and like you are speaking. I want you to summarize about Gita in that chapter like that. No, like this is what happened in chapter 1. You put some important verses there if there is anyone to show what is happening there. Then immediately you finish chapter 1, then the person who summarizes chapter 2 will start. Then Krishna started like this in the beginning of chapter 2, and he said like that, he said like this, then Arjuna asked this question, like kind of a flow format like that. So that at the end, I want us to have the picture of Bhagavad Gita in our head. You see, that is the purpose. Like you have the picture of Bhagavad Gita in your head. It's like, oh, chapter 1 is talking like this, chapter 2 is. So anywhere you are, you can easily summarize Bhagavad Gita to anyone when you are talking. Something like that. So that is what we are going to do. So let's continue.
Prabhu,
Yeah.
you told us last Monday that you would remind us the sloka that you mentioned, that Krishna is the source of, was it sexual desire?
Okay. Oh, you remember. Oh, Krishna. Let me give you the best. Thank you. Let me, 1 minute. Actually, I didn't make my research, but now I have my computer. I can easily bring it out from my Bhagavad Gita. Okay. That happened in chapter 7. Chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita. So just give me some few minutes. Since Monaniki wants me to bring out that verse, so I'm going to look for it and bring it out. I am the fragrance, I am the heat of fire, I am the life of all that live. It's not me to the original seeds of our existence. I'm the strength of this coins to grow with passion and desire. Okay, open to chapter 7, text 11. Actually, in the future, we're going to, what I said that in the future, we're going to read it, but since you want it, let us read it now. Because I know it's in the next chapter.
I'll read the translation.
Yeah, you can read the verse also. Read the Sanskrit also, Sanskrit.
I will try. 7.11 Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma virudho bhuteshu kamoshmi bharatar shabaha. Translation. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life, which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of the Bharatas, Arjuna.
So that is it, verse. So Krishna says, I am the sex life, which is not different from what? Which is not contrary to religious principles. So when you follow the proper procedure in trying to be God-conscious child, like what I explained about Bhakti Thakur, that is Krishna. You see? So it's very, very important to understand that Krishna, and if you look in the proper says, the strong man's strength should be applied to protect the weak, not for personal aggression. Similarly, sex life, according to religious principle, dharma should be for the propagation of children, not otherwise. The responsibility of parents is then to make their offspring Krishna conscious. You see? So that is it. So that is that verse. So now, Madaniki, are you satisfied?
Very satisfied, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So let's continue from where we stop. We are in chapter 6, text number 43. Ryan Prabhu, am I right?
Yeah, we stop on 6.43.
So we are supposed to continue from 43, not stop. We stop at 42, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu, we continue in 43.
Yeah. So let's continue from 43. So tatratam buddhi samyoga labate purvadeikam yatate tashat sato buya saksido korunandana. So Krishna continues explaining, on taking such a birth, he revived his divine consciousness of his previous life, and he again tries to make further progress in order to achieve complete success, O son of Kunti. O son of Kuru, sorry. So we can see, let's read purport, because Papa gave a very nice example in the purport. Then we'll use that example to discuss. Somebody want to read?
Okay, Prabhu, I read. King Bharata, who took his third birth in the family of good Brahmana, is an example of good birth for the revival of previous transcendental consciousness. King Bharata was the emperor of the world, and since his time, this planet has been known among the demigods as Bharata Varsa. Formerly, it was known as Yavarta Varsa. The emperor, at an early age, retired for spiritual perfection but failed to achieve success. In his next life, he took birth in the family of a good Brahmana and was known as Jada Bharata because he always remained secluded and did not talk to anyone. And later on, he was discovered as the greatest transcendentalist by King Rahugana. From his life, it is understood that transcendental endeavors or the practice of yoga never go in vain. By the grace of the Lord, the transcendentalist gets repeated opportunities for complete perfection in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
So, like I say, the example Prabhupada used is a very appropriate one. So the story of King Bharat is found in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5. The very wonderful stories. So Bharat Maharaj, in the early age of his life, was so spiritual that he abdicated everything and went to the forest. And so he was so renounced. He abdicated everything, you know. So he went to the forest and he started performing meditation like Krishna explained in the Bhagavad Gita, this chapter 6. Just like exactly like Krishna explained in chapter 6. Bharat Maharaj was practicing that and in a devotional way. So one day when he was doing that, he saw a deer was trying to drink water. He was drinking water in the stream, and the deer was pregnant. So as a lion came very close, and lion roared. No, I don't know how to roar like lion, sorry, but he roared, you know, something like that. So just hearing the sound of the lion, the deer became very scared and he had miscarriage. You know? So he has miscarriage and the baby fell inside by the side of the water and the mother deer fell into water and died, something like that. So Bharat Maharaj took compassion on this deer, baby deer. So he was thinking, oh, this baby deer, who is going to take care of this deer? So he took the deer, carried the deer to his hermitage where he was doing his meditation. So gradually, because a baby, either dog, cat, or any animal baby, they need attention like a normal baby also. So you have to give it attention, you know. So Bharat Maharaj, instead of doing his chanting in the morning, he will be taking care of the deer. He will be feeding the deer, you know. Instead of meditating in the evening, he will be playing with the deer. So gradually, he started forgetting his spiritual practices, you know, started focusing on the deer. It became so, and you know, the baby animal, they are so loving that when you give them so much love, they will return it to you, and you sometimes you become captivated by that love, you know. You know that is why you see some people, some rich people, they spend so much money to buy dog. They don't want to relate with human. They buy dog to show affection to they show so much affection to that dog so that they can get, because the animal, they know how to reciprocate love, you know. So they show so much affection to that dog, they become attached to the dog, you know, like that. So the same thing happened to Bharat Maharaj. So he became so attached to this deer that he forgot his spiritual practice. He left a whole kingdom to go and do that. To go and practice meditation in the forest. He left his whole kingdom. Just imagine, the whole India is named after him, Bharat Varsha. To tell you how pious he was, very great king. You see? But he left, after living all these things, you know, he became so strongly attached to deer. And so when he was leaving his body, he was thinking of the deer. Oh, what will happen to that deer? Oh, I hope the lion will not kill the deer. So he died. And in his next life, he took a body of a deer. You see? He took a body of a deer. But in that body of a deer, it was not like any other ordinary deer. It was so advanced in knowledge. So even though as in the body of a deer, it will not associate with other deer. It will be going to the association of the saint, where saintly people are sitting down, and it will sit among them to be listening to lecture. You know, that sometimes when you go to holy places or you see some dog, you see that they become very attracted to spirituality. You don't know why. Because in their past life, they were a great personality. So this deer, it was so spiritual that, you know, it was always sitting in the association of great saintly people when where they are speaking Bhagavatam. So in that way, it got opportunity again because it was attached to a deer, it became a deer. Then after that, it took a body of a Jadad Bharat. So in that next life as Jadad Bharat, he became very, very careful, like Krishna mentioned in this verse we are reading. He became very, very careful. He was not associating with people. It was so, it became Abadut. Abadut means someone who is doing contrary. What everybody is doing, he will be doing the contrary. If everybody is going right, he will be going left. If everybody washing their hand before they eat, he will eat before washing his hand. So he will be doing everything contrary, so that people will think that he's a fool. But actually, he was very, very advanced. So he will be behaving like a fool, so that people will not put so much attention on him. So he was living like that as Jadad Bharat. So one day when his father left, so some people were looking for somebody to use as a sacrifice for the goddess Kali. So when they were looking around, normally they like to use human beings who are like who look like a fool, you know. So they saw Jadad Bharat as like a fool, you know, like somebody who is a mad person, you know. So they think, oh, this is the right person for the Jagya, for the sacrifice. So they took Jadad Bharat there. So they bait him. They wanted to slaughter him in front of the goddess Kali. So goddess Kali, seeing that they wanted to kill his pure devotee, the pure devotee of Krishna, he became very hungry. He came out from the deity of that Kali. He came out and he killed all his servants so that they can free Jadad Bharat. And Jadad Bharat was safe from this situation. And after that, so Jadad Bharat was there in the forest, still living like a stupid person, like a mad person, so that people would not put attention on him. Then King Raugana saw him. Oh, he saw him that he has a very well-built body. He said, oh, this guy who look like stupid, has a very well-built body. Engage him, let him carry my palanquin. So that is how they recruited him to be carrying the palanquin of King Raugana. So as he was carrying the palanquin of King Raugana, so because he was so advanced, because of his previous consciousness, so he's so self-realized. So when he was carrying the palanquin, he would be, walking staggering. It will be staggering as he's walking, because he was very conscious of the hands on the floor, so that he would not step on them. You see, that's how much advanced he was. Sometimes, that's how to test our consciousness. Sometimes when I see cockroach, I'll become very angry and I kill them to tell you how very, very low I am. So, or you see some ants bite you, immediately you kill them, or some mosquito will bite you, kill them. But this great personality, they are very, very careful not to kill anything, So he was very conscious. So as he was doing he was walking staggering like that. So he was inconveniencing the king. So the king was trying to chastise him. So what is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Don't you know I'm the king? Then he started speaking transcendental knowledge. Who are you? You think you are a king? You are not the king. You are like this. He started giving. So when the king had his knowledge coming out from his mouth as a great personality, immediately he came in front of him and prostrated. Who are you? Please reveal yourself. You must be a great devotee. So when you go to Canto 5 of Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a very wonderful conversation between King Raugana and Jadad Bharat. And there's a very wonderful verse that actually attracted my mind in that conversation. King Jadad Bharat was saying, he was telling King Raugana, I would prefer that a thunderbolt struck me. I would prefer that You know, or anything bad in this world happened to me, but I'm very scared of offending the Brahmanas or offending the devotee of the Lord. Because it's the most grievous sin to offend the devotees of the Lord. So in this particular verse, it shows that the only thing in Sadaka should be scared of in this world is Vaishnava apparat, offending devotees of the Lord. That is the only thing we should be scared of, because it's the only thing that can take this precious gem that we have been given away from us, offending the Vaishnavas. So we have to be very, very careful. So that is the story of Jadat Bharat that Prabhupada quoted in the purport. I just say, let me share the story with you so that you understand how Jadat Bharat, because of his advanced knowledge, just like Prabhupada mentioned, as King Bharat, when he got the body of a deer, his consciousness was still very clear. He could realize his personality. He avoided the association of other deers like him. He was always with the sadhus. Then when he eventually came in the body of Jadat Bharat, you know, he picked up straight away his spiritual advancement from where he stopped. So that is what Krishna is saying here, and Prabhupada is buttressing that point in the purport that on taking such a birth, he revived his divine consciousness of his previous life, and he again tried to make further progress in order to achieve complete success, O son of Kuru. So that is it. Any question or comment regarding that? Okay, let's continue. Somebody put a message. What is that? What is the message all about? Oh, quick break. Okay.
I think that was me, Prabhu.
Oh, okay. So let's continue. Let's go to text number 44. We're almost through with chapter 6. Purva vyasena tenaiva riyate yavasho pisa jigyasu api yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. By virtue of the divine consciousness of his previous life, he automatically becomes attracted to the yogic principles, even without thinking them. Such an inquisitive transcendentalist stand always above ritualist principles of the scriptures. Purpose. Someone want to read?
I can read, Prabhu.
Please go ahead, Prabhu.
Advanced yogis are not very much attracted to the rituals of the scriptures, but they automatically become attracted to the yoga principles, which can elevate them to complete Krishna consciousness, the highest yoga perfection. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, chapter 33, verse 7, such disregard of Vedic rituals by the advanced transcendental is explained as follows. Aho bata swapachoto garian, yaj jibagre vartate namatuvyam, epus tapaste juhubuhu sashnur arya, brahmanuchur namag grinanti yete. O my Lord, persons who chant the holy names of your Lordship are far, far advanced in spiritual life, even if born in families of dog eaters. Such chanters have undoubtedly performed all kinds of austerities and sacrifices, bathed in all sacred places, and finished all scriptural studies. The famous example of this was presented by Lord Chaitanya, who accepted Thakur Haridas as one of his most important disciples. Although Thakur Haridas happened to take his birth in a Muslim family, he was elevated to the post of Namacharya by Lord Chaitanya due to his rigidly attended principle of chanting 300,000 holy names of the Lord daily. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And because he chanted the holy name of the Lord constantly, it is understood that in his previous life, he must have passed through all the ritualistic methods of the Vedas, known as Sabda Brahma. Unless, therefore, one is purified, one cannot take to the principles of Krishna consciousness or become engaged in chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. So, Prabhupada is trying to tell us here that unless one the practicing Krishna consciousness in his past life, it's not easy for him to be serious in devotional service in this life. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 28. Is it 28? Please, can somebody confirm? 7:28, what is there?
7:28.
Yeah, try to confirm what is there. I'm thinking.
Just a translation, Prabhu.
Yes, please.
After many births of executing pious activities, when one is completely freed from all contaminations and from all illusory dualities, one becomes engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord.
Yeah, that is it. Confirm. So 7:28. So it is mentioned there that after many births, before one becomes so serious to determine devotional service. That is why Prabhupada is quoting in this particular purport that for one to be a devotee, chanting of the holy name of the Lord, he must have performed, a whole battle so patrol program. Even though he's born in a very low family, must have performed all the austerities and sacrifice, better in all sacred places, study all the Vedas, for him to be chanting the holy name of Krishna. This is how great the person, is. So we should understand this. So when we see a devotee who is very serious in practice of devotional service, we should not become envious of that devotee. Instead, we should, when you see a devotee who is doing better than you should try to serve such devotee. Because by becoming envious, you will not make advancement. You see, so why do we envy someone? We envy someone because we think whatever the person has, why not me? So why not me? Why is he the one? Why is he the one everything? No, why not me? But actually, only a foolish person will think like that. A person who is very intelligent, when you see someone who possesses the quality that you desire, what you do is that you appreciate the person. You try to develop likeness for the person. And if you get opportunity, you serve that person. Because by doing that, subtly, those good qualities in that person comes to you. When you like someone and you appreciate someone, how the universe does that, I don't know. But whatever good thing in that person comes to you. But when you hate someone and you envy someone, those things that you will see in that person will never come to you. You will just be envious and be angry unnecessarily. You will never develop those good qualities you are desiring. Instead, you will not make advancements because Krishna does not like envy at all. And we become envious, we lose all our good qualities. So, let's say, for example, I know that, Niharika knows how to play Midanga very nicely. And I know I want to play Midanga. Okay? I want to learn how to play like her. So instead of me to be envious of her, I'll be very close to her. I'll be nice to her. I will say, Mother, please, can you show me how to play your Midanga? Just by the person being happy with you and pleased with you, you don't need to make so much effort. Naturally, you start knowing how to play. But if you are very envious, why is everything he knows? Your intelligence will be blocked. You will never learn anything. That is why you see when a disciple sincerely serves his guru without no envy, the disciple automatically develops the divine qualities of the Lord. That is what the scripture says. So that is why this our scripture is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2. Canto 1, Chapter 1, text number 2 mentioned that Dharma Projito Kaitabotra Nimasaranam Santa. That this scripture is meant for those who are completely free from envy. Envy is one of the things that cannot be purified. It has to be thrown away. And how do we avoid envy? you serve those, you find way to serve the person you are envious of. Then you become purifier of envy. You see? So here, like I was saying, so when a devotee is doing devotional service is very easy for a particular devotee, and you like how the devotee is doing devotional service, you should serve such devotee and appreciate such devotee instead of you envious of that devotee. You know, because by becoming envious, you only, destroy your own spiritual life by becoming offensive to such devotee. The only thing we should fear in spiritual life or in the path of bhakti is Vaishnava apparat. You should fear it more than thunderbolts. You should fear it more than thunderbolts. That is what Jada Bharat said. He said, I'm not afraid of thunderbolt of Indra. I'm not afraid of the weapon of Lord Shiva. I'm not afraid of the weapon of Lord Brahma. But I'm very scared of offending the Vaishnavas or Brahmanas. So it's very, very important to take note of this. So like Prabhupada mentioned here, so for one to be able to chant the holy name of Krishna, like Haridas Thakur, you see, he was chanting 300,000 holy names every day. A particular person, his name was Ramachandra Khan. He was envious of him. And before you know, he suffered greatly. His nose was cut off. He has a very long nose before, but it was cut off. And many, many incidences like that. So when we see a devotee who is performing more nicely in devotional service, it has not started today. Sometimes you will see someone who just come to devotional service and very quickly we pick up everything and he will start doing everything very nicely. It's not because he started now, because he has done it in his past life. You see? So when we see the devotee becoming very serious and sincere in the practicing of the devotional service, we should appreciate such devotee. And if possible, if you like some qualities in that devotee, better to serve the person than to be envious of that person, because by envying that person, you will not gain anything. Any comment or contribution? Any question? Okay, let's go ahead to read the next. Now we just read a particular verse. Let me share Prabhupada quotes. Let's read Srila Prabhupada's quote on that verse. We just read 44, no? Yes. I wanted to share this text 47, but it's already passed. I just want to read it. Because I was not having my computer at that time. Do you want us to see it 37, then we'll go to 44? Somebody is answering. Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhu.
So what is the answer? Yes on what?
So yeah, I'll read Prabhu. I'll read 37.
Yep.
Wait.
Okay, read.
It's a little tiny. I'll just expand my... Okay. Vishnu Jana. How will it be possible, Prabhupada, for a man whose mind is clouded to constantly chant Hare Krishna? A man who's always thinking thoughts about family, friends, country, nation. Prabhupada. Yes. How can we think mundane thoughts and at the same time chant? Two things are happening, and one will conquer. As Maya is working to drag you from Krishna consciousness, you can challenge Maya by chanting Hare Krishna. There is a constant struggle, and Maya is very strong. She will entice you to other paths, but if you persevere, if you chant loudly, you need not fear Maya. Simply improve your chanting, and you will be the conqueror. Narayana paraha sarve na kutaschana bibyati. We are not afraid of Maya because Krishna is there. Krishna says, Kaunteya pratijanihi na me bhakta Parashati. Just declare, my devotee will never be vanquished by Maya. Maya cannot do anything if we become strong. And what is that strength? Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, loudly. Hare Krishna.
Loudly. Prabhupada say, what?
Chant
Chant
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna loudly.
Loudly.
Loudly. Not silence. Loudly. Okay? That is how to conquer Maya. Because so many things going on in our mind. So sometimes the body they chant silently. Okay? But before you know, the thought in your mind will overtake the chanting. But if you chant loudly enough, you can conquer the thoughts in the mind. Prabhupada mentioned 2 times here loudly. I'm looking for the second time. Where is it? Yeah. But if we persevere, if you chant loudly, you need not fear Maya. Simply improve your chanting and you will be the conqueror. Okay? So Prabhupada said we should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare loudly. Is that okay? So if this is Prabhupada's direct instruction, that is Prabhupada taught us how to chant. Sometimes I see devotees, they are very eager to put Prabhupada tape chanting. But they themselves, they will not chant the way Prabhupada is chanting, you see? But they are very eager to put the tape, you know? Prabhupada did know, devotees were chanting. When Prabhupada was with devotees, that tape will play every morning in the temple. Mostly they play in the temple. Was when Prabhupada was chanting with other devotees. There's other tape now. In that tape, they already removed the voice of the other devotees. They have edited it. But if you really listen to the real tape, you will hear the voice of Prabhupada chanting and the other devotees chanting. Even at a particular time, you will hear Prabhupada say, sit properly. You see? Prabhupada was talking to a particular devotee, so sit properly so that you will not fall asleep, So that is it. And even Jayadvaita Maharaj, I remember when he came to Nigeria, my country, Jayadvaita Maharaj was saying, like we used to play the Prabhupada tape in the morning. He told us to stop playing it. That Prabhupada wanted us to chant and listen to our own chanting. You see, Prabhupada wanted us to chant and listen to our own chanting. The other devotees, but in a temple where there is no any devotee chanting, you can play Prabhupada tape, it's okay. At least Prabhupada will be chanting to the air. But when there is so many devotees, when you go to a temple where there's so many devotees chanting, nobody plays Prabhupada tape. Because Prabhupada did not give us as instruction to do that. Prabhupada wanted us to chant and listen to our own chanting. Like when I was in India, I was in Raghunath Gopinath Mandir in Chopati. You will see devotee very nicely the way they chant. They will sit in cycle. Like 5 4 devotees, they will sit in cycle facing each other and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. You see how they are really working hard to chant. Sometimes you see some devotees, as they are chanting, the sleep is coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. They are struggling with chanting. You can see how they are fighting the sleeping. They are working very hard. Unlike like many of us, when we are chanting, immediately sleep come. Okay, bye. Let me go and sleep. But this devotee, they are working very hard to chant, which is very good. So Prabhupada say we should chant loudly. Okay, that is the point I want to emphasize on that place. Thank you. So let's read the next one. This one, we want to read this one. Is a quote for the 44.
I can read, Prabhu.
Please go ahead, Prabhu.
He has got a taste from the previous life, so it appeals to him. Purbashana tenaiva riyate yavasho pisaha. Just as if somebody is urging, oh, you take this. Just like one who is sinful, he is also forced to go to the Bowery Street. Similarly, one who is pious in his life and has begun the spiritual path, he is forced to cultivate and make progress because God is within. And Sarvasha Chaham Ridi Sani Vishtaha. He is seated in everyone's heart. Mataha Smirtir Janam. He reminds us, yes, you forget. We are reminded and urged to begin again, to be perfect, and not to ignore this chance. Krishna is so kind. Smirtir Janam. He gives us knowledge and remembrance. And if one wants to forget God, yes, you may forget. You came to this earth because you wanted to, but Krishna continues to give us the opportunity to return to Him. Lecture of Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you very much, Prabhu. So that is the point. So Krishna, when you see a devotee who is serious, because of his previous endeavor in spiritual life, so he become very serious. You see, naturally, when you look into the devotional practice, when you look at our temples, or when you travel around the world, you see devotees. Some devotees are very serious. Some people are not serious. Yeah, you see, it's like that. You find it everywhere. So those who are very serious is due to their past, endeavor. So now they are continuing. So it becomes very, very easy for them. Some people, they immediately started the part of devotion service. Immediately they want to go up all the way to become science, control their senses very strictly. Some people, they come into the path after some time. You saw them going back to do whatever they have left before, and they becoming slacking. So all these things are there. So, but the thing that is the most important thing is that the way to actually get above this contamination, like Prabhupada mentioned the other time, is to try to focus on the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Even that we should try as our best to always come to be in the association of devotees, and in that way, whether we have done anything good in the past or not, or whatever we have gotten is due to the mercy of our Guru. There was another pastimes of a Srila Prabhupada disciple who was saying, Prabhupada, I must have been very, very fortunate in my past life for me to come and meet you, for me to meet you. Prabhupada said, what do you mean fortunate? I created your fortune. If I don't come to the West, how will you be fortunate? You see, so the pure devotees, they are out of their mercy, out of their costless mercy, they are creating our fortune. Many of us are not qualified to be on the path of devotional service. Many of us are not qualified to chant Hare Krishna mantra. Many of us are not qualified to serve the deities. Many of us are not qualified to take Krishna prasadam. All this fortune is all by our Guru and Krishna, all by Guru and Srila Prabhupada mercy. So we should be very appreciative and really take advantage of the mercy we have gotten so that we can make advancement in this life itself. So let's try to finish the remaining verses. Now we go to verse number
45.
Okay, 45. Thank you. Okay, let's read. Prayatna yatatmanastu yogi samshuda kibishaha aneka jama samsida tato yati param gati. And when the yogi engages himself with sincere endeavor in making further progress, being washed of all contaminations, then ultimately achieving perfection, after many, many births of practice, he attained the supreme goal. So surely once you start this path, surely you will get to the end. There is no doubt. Once you start it, it's a matter of time, you will get to the end. Because even due to materialistic desires, you give up this from wherever you are today. Oh, no, this austerity is too much. No, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. You give up. Don't worry. When again Krishna will arrest you, you will start from where you stop. That's one thing. That's why I say, Nya Brikramona Sosti. Even a little advancement save us from the greatest danger. You see, but we should not become lax or become familiar with these codes that, okay, where we will stop, we will continue. Then because of that, we give out the path of devotion and go into full enjoyment. No, we don't know what can happen. One can even go down, 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 don't come up again. So we have to be very careful. You know, so one has to be very careful and take advantage of whatever we have gotten by the mercy of our Guru and Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. So purport, let's read the purport, this one, you know.
I'll read it, Prabhuji.
Yes.
A person born in a particularly righteous, aristocratic, or sacred family becomes conscious of his favorable condition for executing yoga practice. With determination, therefore, he begins his unfinished task, and thus he completely cleanses himself of all material contaminations. When he is finally free from all contaminations, he attains the supreme perfection, the Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is the perfect state of being freed of all contaminations. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 7.28. Yesham tvantagatam papam jananam punyakarmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrataha. After many births of executing pious activities, when one is completely freed from all contaminations, and from all illusory dualities, one becomes engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. So that is it. So once you start this process, eventually you will finish it. You will be forced, like Prabhupada mentioned in that quote. It's like a hodge. You know, you cannot give up. It's just like when you are eating hot rasagula. You know, if you are eating hot rasagula or hot sweet rice, it's so sweet you cannot spit it out and it's burning your mouth, but you just have to continue eating it. It's so hot you cannot spit it out, but it's so sweet that you just have to continue to continue to eat it, you know. It's burning your mouth, but you'll be eating it because it's so sweet. You cannot spit it out, you see? So same thing with spiritual life. No matter what happens, once you started, no matter whatever challenges is there, just keep on going. Don't give up. Once you give up, then you are in trouble. But if you don't give up, eventually Krishna will help you, you see? And like he mentioned, Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, it just reminded me of one young student who came to me one of the weekend, after I gave lecture, I think on Govardhan Puja Day, after I spoke. So the student came to me and he said, Prabhuji, you know, I don't believe in God. And when immediately he told me I don't believe in God, I started smiling, I started laughing. I know because he has so many challenges, that's why he doesn't believe in God. And he revealed it to me. He said, because, you know, I don't believe in God, but I have so many problems in my life. So I think something is there, but I don't believe in it. I say, it's okay. It's okay not to believe in God. It's all right. And so I say, okay, he said, well, I want to discuss with you so that we can talk. I said, it's all right. So give me your number, give me your name, we'll talk. So he gave me his number, he gave me his name. When I saw his name is Sharma. I said, you are from Brahmana family? He said, yes. Okay, oh, very good. Oh, you're a Brahmana family. So, you know, whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God, your predecessors, they are great personalities. So the blood is flowing inside you. And that is why somehow or the other, the urge is there that you should, the God is there, but just because you want to deny him, I don't know what has happened in your life, but you say you don't believe in him. But we will discuss about it. He said, okay, Prabhuji, is there anything you can give me now that can really help me? You know, because, you know, I'm having so many challenges, you know, but, you know, I said, okay. I say, okay, the only thing I can give you, whether you have faith in it or you don't have faith in it, are you going to accept it? He said, yes, I'm going to accept it. We chant the holy name of Krishna. I said, okay. So how many should I chant? You know? I said, okay, you should chant this number of times. Okay, 4116, like about 4 rounds. I say it will take you 30 minutes to chant every day. Sit down very attentively and you chant. Whether you believe in it or you don't believe in it, just do it. And when you are doing it, just pray sincerely in your heart. My Lord, I don't believe in you, but I know that somehow or the other, something great is there, but I want you to really show yourself to me if you are really there. So just pray like that in your heart, okay? And you will see wonder will happen in your life, okay? Because you see, as long as the living entity turn their back to God, our life become miserable. Whether we know it or we don't know it. Once we immediately turn our back to God, our life become miserable. Because when people are connected to God, when people have believe in God, they have faith in God, at least whenever there's so many challenges in their life, they have hope. That hope is what is keeping them going. That hope. So when you say you don't believe in God, there is no hope for you. So the suffering will be more intense on you because there's nobody to help you now. You see? So it's not alternative to have faith in God. We are part and parcels of God. We are part and parcels of Him. And the part cannot exist separate from the whole. It's not possible. The part cannot exist separate from the whole. So unless the part is connected to the whole, the part loses its own identity and its usefulness. You see? So it's not debatable to surrender to God. It's not debatable to serve God. It's not debatable. You see? So that is the point. Okay? Any comments or question? We have 3 minutes more. The last one, I don't want us to rush it. So 46 and 47 we'll take tomorrow. No need to rush that. They are very rich. We'll take our time to go through it. Any question or comment on this particular one?
Prabhu, I have a quick question.
Thank you very much. I like when I hear question, my body becomes so happy.
And it is actually just about the verse earlier, the 7:11, the one that was quoted earlier.
Yes.
In class. I just wanted to ask if it is related to chapter 14, verse 3. 4.
3.
Chapter 14, verse 4. Is it related to chapter 7, verse 11?
Chapter 7, verse 11. Chapter 7, verse 11, where Krishna says that is the sex life not contrary to religious principle?
Yes. And is it related to the verse in chapter 14, verse 4?
I am the seed-giving father.
Yes.
Yes, it's connected. Krishna says I'm the seed-giving father. Actually, in that 14, 4, where Krishna says I'm the seed-giving father, Krishna, actually, the Acharya mentioned that when in different parts of Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna is talking about himself, he's talking about his different incarnation, actually.
Yes.
Like in 7:19, is it 7:19? Bawunam Jamanante Gyanavam. Is it 7:19? Bawunam? I've forgotten. Once somebody want to confirm, Bawunam Jamanamante, is it 7:19?
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhu.
Yeah, Bhagavana Jamanate. So when Krishna is talking about Vasudev Sarvama, it is Samatma Sudulaba. Actually, Krishna is talking about his Vasudev nature. That is the Vishnu form of is how he pervades everywhere. But in this 14:4, where he's talking about the seed-giving father, he's talking about Lord Shiva. His form as a Lord Shiva, actually. The Acharya mentioned. So because Lord Shiva is the father of this universe and Mother Durga is the mother of this universe. You see? So Krishna is talking, because Krishna doesn't come in contact with material nature at all. For him to come close to material nature, it takes the form of Lord Shiva. You see? So Lord Shiva is the father and Mother Durga is the mother of the universe. You see? So that is, so when Krishna is talking about I'm the seed-giving father, yes, he's talking about Lord Shiva, who is the father of this universe, like the Acharya mentioned. So, but that 7:11, 7:11, when Krishna says I'm the sex life not contrary to religious principle, he's talking directly about procreation in terms of human being. But when he's talking about the seed-giving Father, he's talking in terms of the supreme creation itself, progenitor, in terms of the beginning of creation. But when he's talking about the seed-giving Father, I'm religious sex life, which is not contrary to religious principle. He's talking about in terms of we human being engaging in sexual life. That if we engage in it, following the regulative principle of the scripture, then that activity is not different from him. Like we mentioned the other time, you have to chant 50 rounds, follow particular rules and regulation like that. So just imagine chanting 50 rounds and all those things. You just be thinking of Krishna, 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 nothing else. Just like Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, he was performing austerity for many years to kill Lord Vishnu. So by the arrangement of higher nature, where he was meditating, a parrot came there and he was chanting Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu to his ear. Because he's always angry of Vishnu. So he doesn't like to hear that name. So when the parrot was chanting Vishnu, Vishnu, he became very angry. He broke his meditation. So he was going home. He was just thinking of Vishnu. Oh, this Vishnu, this Vishnu. Then he went and met his wife. And Prahlad was gone. And Prahlad appeared. And that's how they got Prahlad. Because he was always thinking of Vishnu, 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 Vishnu. And they got Prahlad. You see? So this is how it happens, So whatever we are thinking, whenever we are, engaging in the activity of procreation, that will take. Sometimes you see some children of devotees, they completely, engage devotional life. Sometimes, not every case is also. Sometimes also, the devotee may be very serious and the children also does not take to devotional service. Everything sometimes depends on Krishna. So we cannot judge by that also. Hare Krishna. Okay, now it's 9:03. So we stop here. So we're going to finish chapter 6 tomorrow. And then that tomorrow itself, I will give the assignment for us. So I will divide the assignments and we'll summarize. Maybe I should just do it today so that on Friday will be a day of summary because we are going to finish tomorrow. So Friday will just be, I will give everybody time for them to summarize their own. Okay, let us do this. Let us do the division now. Sorry, just give me like 2-3 minutes more. Let's do the division. Okay. We want to take chapter 1. Okay, chapter 1, Mother Angel, you want to teach chapter 1? So please take chapter 1. You are going to summarize it on Friday. Okay. So who is going to take chapter 2? The half of chapter 2.
What is chapter 2?
Prabhu Ryan.
So Prabhu Ryan, you take half of chapter 2. So
Okay, wait.
So chapter 2 is up to 72. So when you divide 72 into half, you get 31. So Prabhu Ryan, do you want to take the first half of chapter 2 or you want to take the final half?
Wait, I am checking because that's.
But you have been given, even though if you check, you cannot reject it because you have been given. So I'm just asking now, are you going to take the first part or second part? That is the only option you have. There's no option whether you are going to do chapter 2 again. Somebody has given it to you.
Which part of chapter 2?
Do you want to take the first half or second half? Because we are going to divide it into 2.
Wait. Maybe I take the last part.
Okay, the final half. So Mother Nyarika will give the chapter 2 to Prabhu Ryan will take the first half. Okay, Mother Nyarika, you take the first half, okay? Is
Okay,
that
Prabhu. Yes,
Very
Prabhu.
good. Yeah. So Krishna make you to choose for chapter 2 for someone, so you take the remaining one also. So he's going to take chapter 3.
I'll do it, Prabhu. I'll do chapter 3.
Chapter 3. And we will take chapter 4.
I want to do chapter 4, Prabhu.
Okay. Chapter 5.
I'll take it, Prabhuji.
Chapter 5. And chapter 6 is given to Prabhu Pitambar. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. So please, you take chapter. Please write it down. Don't forget. Friday is the. You say what?
Mine is chapter 6.
Yours is chapter 6. And Friday is the presentation day. All of us are going to present on chapter on Friday.
How long is it gonna be, Prabhu, for each?
It should not take more than 10 or 12 minutes. Just to summarize.
So we will not have like a timer for each one presenting. So we
10
just
minutes.
10 minutes minimum. Okay.
Simple. 10 minutes. Okay. Mother Angel, are you still okay with chapter 1 or you want to switch with Mother Niarika? Mother Angel.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Are you okay with chapter 1 or you want to switch with Mother Niarika?
It's okay.
No. So that, see, I want a situation where you and Prabhu Rai can study together and it will be flow. That is what I'm suggesting.
No, I will try the last part because actually, you know, I am very busy right now. The whole day attending the seminar, but I have notes. Okay, I will.
No. You don't understand what I'm
What
saying.
I'm trying to say is we cannot join together to study. We have to study separately because for the whole day I was
Okay.
attending the seminar, the trainings.
It's all right. You just need like 1 hour or, you see, like I said, see, let me break it down for you. Sometimes I like making things simple for people because when you don't have the bigger picture, you think it's very difficult. Just focus on the verses alone. It's not difficult. 30 verses, you just read it. It would not take you more than 5 minutes to read 30 verses or 10 minutes. So you just read the verse and try to summarize whatever you see in the verses. Simple. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not telling you to quote the purport, okay?
Okay.
I'm telling you to directly summarize what Krishna is saying. Okay?
Okay.
Just read the verses again and again and again. Read it like 20 times until you be able to capture the picture of the verses. That's what I want from you.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, so let us read the verses again and again. Just keep on reading the verses. Then sit down, meditate on it. Oh, Krishna say like this, he say like this, he say like this. Oh, okay, this is what he's trying to say here. Okay. So like that. So it makes it easier for us to understand one particular chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Take it very serious and give a presentation of 10 minutes. Okay? If you are going to use PowerPoint, I will not give you more than 10 minutes. 10 minutes is the maximum, Modaniki. 10 minutes is maximum. I know we are going to have PowerPoints. I know. But 10 minutes is maximum. Okay? So that it will not look, don't say Prabhu Kavi is very wicked, because I'm saying it, 10 minutes is maximum. So whatever you can present in 10 minutes, that is what we want to hear from you. Summarize it in 10 minutes. Krishna say like this, he say like this because he meant like this, because he meant like this, like this, like this. So chapter 6 is talking about Dhyana Yoga. Krishna is trying to like this. So he's told Arjuna to do like this, and Arjuna say like this, and then Krishna say like this, and Arjuna say like this. Just put them in a very simple wordings that Somebody, when you are explaining to a layman, he can understand what is going on in each chapter like that. That's what I want. Okay? So see you tomorrow. And I'm giving you today so that from today alone itself, you start practicing. You start reading it. Just focus on your own chapter. Focus on your own chapter. Okay, Mother Nyarika, yours is from chapter 2, text 1 to 31, something like that. Or is it 31?
36?
36, something like that.
72.
Yeah, 36 like that.
5.
Or 37, you know.
36.
Let me divide it for you guys. That chapter 2, the chapter 2 is a little bit tricky. Let me divide it for two of you. Because chapter 2 started in a particular way, but the first half was concluded in a particular verse. So to make it easier for you, let me just tell you. So from chapter 2, text 1 to 30. Okay. No, sorry, 33. Minutes. Sorry, 1 minute, huh? People will always speak of your infamy, and for a respected person, dishonor is honor is worse than death. If however you think that not performing your duty or fighting when we certainly causing, also no Pitapi Ado Shatria, causing your Shatria, rather he who dwells in the body can never be slain, therefore you need not to grieve for the living. So the first part, Mother Nyarika, you stop in 2:30.
2:30.
Yes, chapter 2, text 30. So, Prabhu Ryan, so when Mother Nyarika finished, his presentation from 2:30, you start from 31 to 72.
Okay, 31 to 72.
That is how it will be divided. And Mother Angel, your own is very simple. You are going to introduce us to Bhagavad Gita. So start reading the introduction and enjoy it. You are going to enjoy it. It's very sweet, actually. Okay?
Production?
No. Chapter 1. Yours is chapter 1. Don't worry about it. I'm just saying that chapter 1 is the introduction to Bhagavad Gita itself.
Okay.
Not from introduction, no. Only chapter 1.
Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So see you tomorrow. Then on Friday is the presentation. Please take notes.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, can we take one quick picture?
Sure.
Everyone, look at your cameras. Smile. 1, 2, 3. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you,
Jai.
Prabhu Kavi. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Hare